Welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the BHLC podcast tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I'm down here at 21st Germantown, 1481 South Shelby Street, where I do my podcast every second Saturday of the month. Thank you for tuning in to the BHLC podcast. I got a great show for you tonight. We're going to have some fun, pay attention to being Mother's Day weekend. If you're not doing nothing tonight, come down here to 21st Germantown. They got karaoke in the front at 9:30, and in the back they got a DJ. It's free to get in, so you know you can get in. It's in your budget. Come out here, enjoy the drinks and food. They have great drinks and food here. Also, I want to talk about. Let me get to talking about my sponsors and stuff. Give much love to Smile Center, 7405 LaGrange Road here in Louisville, Kentucky. Dr. Kane, go see him. He'll get you together. And he's also doing other things too out there. So just go see him. He's doing a lot of things out there at his dentist's office. Also, I want to talk real in depth tonight about my other sponsor, Nicole Scott Incorporated. Nicole Scott Incorporated. Okay. It's NICOLESCOTT.INC Incorporated. Okay. Memorial Day weekend, Friday, May 23rd from 6:30 to 9:30. She's got a trucker hat bar going on where if you go out to 1005 Bunsen Way, Suite 8, 203 Louisville, Kentucky here, she's having a trucker's hat bar. And all you got to do is go Nicole Scott Incorporated and get all this information. And she got tickets and she's going to have drinks and snacks and bars. It's going to be a great thing. And you can make your own trucker's hat. Also, if it's any other type of clothing stuff, you can get into that too. Just go to Nicole Scott Incorporated. So check it out, May 23rd from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. Like I said, but go to Nicole Scott Incorporated to find out more information about that. Also, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Subscribe. BHLC podcast is every second Saturday of the month. I'm on YouTube. Subscribe to it. And if you want to get a listen in, go to Spotify and listen to me. This podcast is doing great things, and like I said, my podcast is diverse, and I'm all about helping the people and is the people. So, also too, one more thing here. I'll be at the Louisville Comedy Club May 21st. Be at the Louisville Comedy Club May 21st. The Big Head Light Skin Comedian. That's what the BHLC stands for the podcast. For those of you who don't know, your first time watching. I'll be at the Louisville Comedy Club May 21st. Come check me out. Starts at 7 o'clock. And just watch me do my thing and come out there and enjoy me. And I definitely will make you laugh. And it's all about laughing because laughter is the best thing for the soul. So I think it's almost about. I just want to make sure I go over everything. Like I said, I got a great show for y'all tonight. And I'm about ready to bring your guests in tonight. But before I bring her in, she's a real nice young lady. I met her guess say 5-10 years ago. And she just has a great spirit about her, great smile, everything about her. I enjoy everything about her. She's been on one of my shows before. She's a great stand-up comedian. I just love her spirit and her style and everything she's doing. I'm going to let her explain a little bit about what she's doing in her career and in her life once she gets in here. But I give her a big BHLC podcast welcome to my good friend, stand-up comedian, Giselle. Y'all give us some love. What's up, Giselle?
Hello.
Good,
In my
thank
Mother's
you.
Day mood. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Good to see your smile. Good to have your spirit on this podcast tonight. Thank you so much for being a guest. I really appreciate it. I even got the little pink colors for the podcast for Mother's Day. I got to show my love to my queens because I'm nothing without my queen. I know that. So got to give love to the queens. But this is where I always start the podcast off. Just tell, I was giving a little info about you before I brought you in. Just tell the people a little bit about what you do as a stand-up comedian, what else, all the other hats you wear besides, being a queen. So just give them a little info.
Well, first of all, I want to just say thank you for the pleasure and the opportunity. Anytime I'm with you, I know I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna get paid.
That's right.
That's why I'm cool with your shows. Everybody already know, he gonna have a bag together. So I'm always with you.
Yeah, but appreciate that.
I do comedy under Giselle, but I do wear many, many hats. Back in the day, I had a boyfriend once said I had 23 personalities, and so I got them all a job. I was your tax dollars at work for a little while.
Right.
Worked for the city, economic development and small business, which is my jam.
Okay.
And then I decided that they wanted to take a different route, so I wanted to take a different route too. So I went back into private practice. So now I'm begging for your tax dollars.
Let's start with that. Put it out there.
Yeah, and so just hitting that 50 mark. So everything hit different.
Oh, yeah.
So now I don't do nothing I don't want to do.
Right.
I don't. No, it ain't worth it. I'm in legacy mode.
Right.
I smile all the time because that's the only thing still free.
That's right. Oh, you said it right.
Everything else costs. I don't even smile in Kroger's. I think they might got a tax on it or something. They like, I be in my line looking straight forward like everybody else.
Right.
So, and then I'm just loving being a wife. I was out there for years. So to be married, I'm an honest woman.
Okay. That's beautiful.
But no, I've been married for a while. And then to be a Black mother in Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
And all three of my sons ain't never been to jail, ain't never been in the hospital, ain't never been. So that's where my wealth is right now. Is family.
Right.
Because I can't afford nothing else.
To get afford nothing. It is hard now. I ain't gonna say it's hard, but it's also too, because I put some on my poster just the other day about raising kids and everything. The principles are still there, just how we raise them. Some people, this is what I always hear from a lot of parents more than anything. This generation. And I say to myself, okay, yeah, there's different generation, but still is how you raise them from day one. You can't raise them in day 5,000, 500 something, expect them to listen to you. It's from day one, I tell everybody. So, yeah, it's generations that, but it's still how you raise them. I tell people so, because I hear a lot of parents say this generation is how you raise your kids. If you raise your kids right, and they'll follow you, and if you guide them and you making the right steps, they're going to follow you, and they're going to be good citizens and good human beings on this earth. But if you out here doing things you ain't supposed to be doing, you can't say all that, So that's why I tell people. So it's all about the love when it comes to having your kids and stuff, and family, especially with family and everything more than anything. So I tell people all the time because I know I raised my kids the best I could, and the best way I could was to show them. I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I had a whole lot of love, and I could show them the right way, And that's what it's all about, because I want them out here talking to other people and not be all doing crazy things and stuff. Because there are a lot of young people not doing things they should be doing. So, it's just tough. It really is.
I'm rooting for the poor to come back. See, I remember when I was poor is when them was my good years. I had it going on. Bring back the noodles and the great Kool-Aid.
Right.
And the haircut. Go on and bring out all that back.
Yeah.
My youngest don't know nothing about being poor. He don't even realize that we are poor. Okay. He don't he just think it's my mama gonna make it work. And my mama, my daddy, my stepdad, somebody gonna make it do what it do. And so just trying to get back. I've been cutting coupons out.
Yeah.
Before I was too cute for coupons. I'm like, baby, we got these Popeyes coupons in the mail.
Right.
We're gonna use this one this week, and then next Wednesday we're gonna use the other one. So
it coming up though. I didn't know, you're right though. I didn't know we was even poor or whatever. We just enough to get by because it was so much love. You didn't realize it because you just enjoyed yourself. You didn't even think about all that. You know what I'm saying? Because your parents wouldn't let you think about all that because that's what they was dealing with. They never let me even feel in that because it was all about the love, But now and see like the kids nowadays, I got to have some Jordans. I got to have this. I got to eat this. Well, guess what? You better go get you a job.
A good job at that.
Right. Yeah, you better have all that good stuff like that. So now it's just like I said, it's different. But the principles are still there, and it's all about how you carry yourself more than anything. I want to get into this more than anything too, because we already talked about family, and I know we all into that. And I know your family. I know you're a family person, and that's all good. And
I look just like my mama too. I cut my hair off. Oh my God! If you could side by side. I was like, oh, geez, ooh.
You know what though? I think it looks good on you, Queen. I'm gonna say that honestly because, and it is the truth because it does look good on you. I was just talking to my wife about that. She was talking about her now that she's older, how she had to keep dealing with her hair. And I told her, I said, she said she wouldn't look good with all her hair cut off. I said, but there's a lot of women that look very good with all their hair cut off. Looks very good. And
that menopause be kicking my butt.
Yeah,
then the beautician, it's like $110 for a roller wrap, and they got straps on them now. I was like, well, you got a gun. She was like, girl, you got to be ready out here in these streets to do hair.
Right.
I was like, just go and cut mine off. The beauty shop too hot. I'm liable to go to jail at the beauty shop. I'm good. Because I know my beautician got a felony. I know you ain't supposed to have no gun over here.
Right.
So,
yeah. I'm telling you, it just seems like I said, everything costs us. It costs, pretty soon they're going to charge us for air, I told them. Everything.
We already paid for that.
We're paying for air.
Go look on. Now, I remember when I lived in Dayton, Ohio. I don't know about LG&E, so I ain't going to throw them under the bus. But in Dayton, Ohio, I remember we paid like in the 90s, like 6 or 7 cents every bill for clean air. And I remember because I lived in a part of town that is stank. So I remember like, why am I paying for clean air? Right. And the smell over here. So they charge for everything. Everything got a ticket on it.
Yeah, they are charging for everything. It seems like everything. And to be honest with you, I'm just gonna keep it 100, keep it a buck. We're in a recession, but don't nobody want to talk about it. We're in a recession. I tell people, we're in a recession because whenever they're raising prices and taking away the product, we're in a recession. I don't know what other way to put it. That's just where we're at right now. So we are in a recession. I
had too much stuff anyway. Let's get rid of some stuff.
So you had too much stuff.
I had too much stuff.
I told everybody, I'm gonna get into this because I told everybody starting in 2025, and I'm reading this book too about self growth. I don't know if you know about, but I'm really serious about my self growth here in 2025. And I tell people nothing against nobody. That's even including my wife in my life. I tell people this: if I can't be right inside, how can I be right outside for everybody? I'm gonna say it again. How can I be good for everybody if I ain't right inside to be right for everybody outside? And so I'm real serious about my self-growth, and I don't let nobody get in the way of that. And I'm still working on my self-growth. There's some people I've even had to move on from, not that I don't love them, it's just that we don't see things the same way. Because as you get older, like you talking about hitting 50, you start saying, hey, man, I'm just, it's all about making sure I'm right inside, So you want to talk about that a little bit?
I'll tell you, that is one of the biggest things that will stop me from being somebody's friend. My first question is, what you read?
Right.
And what's your next event? And when people can't answer those things, it makes me wonder what you're doing with your time. Because everybody usually has something to look forward to. Now I'm old school. I ain't into the what do they call them? The mental health days at work. I'm like, you bet. My grandmother say, look, you don't want to go today? If you was a slave, would they let you not pick cotton today? If they would say you didn't have to pick no cotton, then you can stay home. But if they would say you got to pick cotton even with cramps and a headache and all that other stuff, so you got to go. So I ain't really into that part. Now, as far as self-growth, of course, I'm not the same person. That's why I laugh when people that I know from even 10 years ago that don't like me now. I'm like, I ain't even that same person. I didn't like her neither. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important to continually to grow. When we know better, we do better. Yeah,
that's true. And you're right. No, you're right on it. But you said something about it is Mental Health Month, and I started to make the structure green because for green, but. And I tell people too, with being Mental Health Month, if you need support, there are numbers you can call 1-800 get the help. But with that said, mental health is something that's really, really that people are going through now. With that said, is if you got a problem, get help. And there are some people. I wonder they just don't have no mental health. Sometimes they just lazy. I call it lazy health. Okay.
That's social media where you can get on there and say, oh, whoa, it's me. And this, none of the facts of how you got there. I had a chick call me because I'm a prayer warrior too. Throw that on my resume. I had a chick call me about 3:30 in the morning. She said, Gigi, can you pray? Giselle, can you pray with me? I said, girl, what's the matter? And she said, I met this dude at the club and he came home with me. And while I was in the bathroom, he stole my money and left my house. Really? Shouldn't
Right.
you have called before you went out? That's my thing.
Right.
That's what I see at 50 that I didn't see at 25.
There you go.
We a lot of times, I can't speak for men, but
Okay.
for women, a lot of times my mental health is out of whack because my actions and decisions are out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think about those delayed consequences. So as you grow older, I don't know if I got harder on myself, but I stopped accepting excuses from myself.
Right.
You know, I heard a guy say one time, nobody's coming to save you, but you can save as many people as you like. And that's my mantra. So self-growth, I got to save myself. But when you fly in, well, don't they say, put the oxygen mask, if you got somebody you're supposed to care for, put it over your face first.
Right.
And then over them. So just learning what that looks like as a Black woman that's multi-talented, you know, what does it look like? How much of me do I give to help you?
Right. Yeah.
And where is that line? And also, I don't know if this is right or not, but you know, is there anything you can help me with?
There you go. See,
it don't have to be money. It can be, here, baby, let me show you how to line up your piece in your house with your kids. You know, just something. We don't invest in each other anymore. So a lot of people get that self-worth, especially us Black women. We get so developed. We so personally developed, professionally developed. Now we can't find no man. We can't get along with nobody. Everything because we are all Michelle Obama. And I'm like, y'all know she go home and lay up with Barack, right? I don't care what she on these podcasts saying. She going home and lay up with the first Black president. Don't get it twisted. And so in developing ourselves, sometimes we have to, if you develop without vision, if you develop without a mission or whatever, you can just be, you know, one of these chicks sitting on $200,000 worth of student loans talking about, I'm gonna take it from my check. No, baby, but you develop.
That's true. And you know what?
You better than me. Better than me. You got all them degrees. now you like your baby daddy at tax time.
Right.
You see if they gonna take it? Because I own the tax business too. So can you see if they gonna take it? But we so developed. We so developed. But my thing about self-growth all the way is once I get developed, I need somebody here next to me that can play spades and pick greens with me.
I heard that. I heard that. And that's what's up. And look, you have somebody, let me say that. I tell people, it's part of self-growth as mental health. I tell people, it ain't always about this. It's about more than anything else. Sometimes you need a hug or a text. And it could be the simplest thing to help you out with self-growth and mental health. I tell people. It ain't got to be a big thing, just a simple thing. That text can really enlighten you in that moment or what you're going through in that day or whatever. That text can go along, or a hug from a person can really uplift you. And I tell people all the time, you just never know what a person is going through. So be careful how you tread out here with certain people, you know. So, and it's good to laugh. Laughter's the best thing for the soul. I tell people, because you got to laugh at the madness that we're going through right now. It's so crazy out there right now. And I'm even having a tough being light skinned today. They trying to give me different colors. I'm light skinned. I don't want to be.
Oh, you better be carrying that passport. You right. Little Latino, and depending on what light you in, you better have that passport.
It's like the real ID. Yeah, you see how they going crazy over this real ID thing here in Louisville. I don't know about anywhere else, but everybody's trying to get real ID so they can get a passport. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't trying to get that real ID. I mess around, get a real ID, get a passport, leave, and won't be able to get back in the country. Nah.
Let's talk about personal development. You know, you can't give Black women too much money. I got the card and the book. Ain't got a stamp, ain't went nowhere, ain't did nothing, but I'm ready. And one of them oil sheiks from Dubai come in and be like, boo, I'm trying to get me a little bald head chick to go with me back to Dubai. I'm ready. I can fly. But you're right. We, you know, I think we done had that card maybe 5 years. Me and my husband.
Oh yeah.
It expires in 30 or something like that. So everybody just waited to the last minute. You know how we do.
Oh yeah, I already know. I got some, you know what? Because we got to talk about this as comedians. We got to talk about what I'm about ready to put on here. Hold on, I got to talk about this because this is. I definitely want your insight on this because I feel like, and I'm gonna give you my my insight on it too because it's just like I was like, what? I'm gonna put the ban on her, and then you can do the rest yourself.
Okay.
Once I put the ban on her, I'm gonna put it on her now because I was like, oh my God.
I'm sitting on my couch. I should have put on my cat tan. I would have been in Lunel mode.
Right.
I didn't know what it was gonna be like. Oh, girl.
Sand and Sharp. I know you heard about the Sand and Sharp thing,
and
right?
I'm watching too. I'm faithful. Now I ain't seen Lil Bow Wow. I think he was up recently, and Ali Sadiq is on there. I can't watch Ali. He look too much like my husband. I be fornicating in my mind and stuff. But Shannon, I'm gonna tell you from somebody who has a past of working in adult entertainment.
Okay.
And knowing what they call sex traffickers now, I call facilitators back in the day. I don't know, but Shannon I'm like Monique. He need an old fat woman. See, I don't want to do an old fat black chick. We can make gravy from bologna and rub your feet and what she say, put some lemon water when you got the gout and all that other stuff.
Right.
I know that men like younger women.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, go back to the Bible. Even Judah turned a trick with Tamar on the business trip. I know my church people, but read your Bible.
Right.
But when you get money, money changed me. And I ain't never had no Shannon Sharp money. Right. Let me get a couple thousand. I'm out the city. I ain't paid no bills.
Right.
I'm doing whatever. So Shannon thought that he could get him a little white girl. Now I got white girl friends. I tell them to stay with the white men that they know. And I would tell Shannon with 50, you need a woman that can handle all of that. But a lot of our black men feel like, once I arrive and get my money, I can't bring Giselle with me because she ain't gonna act right. I can bring Ginger. So I mean, when you play with the devil, you get what you get.
That's true. And that is true. That's why I tell people all the time. Since Shannon Sharp thing, let me say this about this first and foremost. I don't knock nobody for whatever they want to do sexually, okay? I don't knock nobody for their sexuality. I don't knock nobody for what they want to do. But let me just say this. After you get a certain age, when you out here messing with these younger ladies, whether they're white, blue, or green, they're going to try to take you for a ride. It's messed up when you so old, you don't even know you're going to laugh. You don't even know you're going to laugh. You're so old. So that's why I said he should have really did a lot of different things. I know an athlete some years ago, he said this. He said, every time I have sex, he was an athlete. I forgot his name. He was a professional athlete in some sport. He said, I always had a video camera going and I had them say something about consenting to sex before we did anything. He said, so that way they could not sue me.
As a mother of a boy, I'm going to tell you, ain't no consent at any moment. It can be a stop. And you better stop. Or you better go to the corner and take care of yourself or something. But you know what? Shannon, like a lot of these other older guys, because see, I used to be queen of having sugar daddies. I believed in a sugar daddy till Viagra came out. Y'all not supposed to be sleeping with these older men anyway. Grandma say they give you worms and stuff. Your babies come out on Geritol. If you be messing with them old men and stuff. Right. And so the devil will take you all the way there and leave you. That's all I can say to old Shannon. And they set you up. I mean, everybody know he's set up, but it don't matter. You set up now. Yeah, that's right. Wait a minute. Black, no trade back.
Hey, you gotta watch it because these women, young or old, they will set you up, especially if you got some money.
Treacherous.
They will set you up.
I remember telling a dude that had went to jail for a little time. Okay. They told me, they said, hey, dude out of jail. I said, for real? And a friend of mine's daughter had just had a baby. I said, hey, let me get your baby for a minute. She said, for what? I said, I'm gonna bring back some money. Come on, let me get the baby. So I go take the baby to the dude, like, hey, this our baby. What you gonna do? Right. And so he was like, I could see him in his mind trying to count it up, like, and I'm like, yeah, this your baby, knowing good well this ain't even my baby, let alone this man baby. So I know that people will set you up if now's the season of scamming and all that. And good old Shannon, I don't know what to tell you. See, when you pay every time, it's a business transaction. When y'all start turning these tricks into booze, domestic violence happens.
And that's where that's where he messed up at. Did you hear what he said? He offered and I'm saying when he offered her 10 million and that wasn't enough, she wanted more. It makes me think she already had somebody working with her, whether it was a male or female, to get more money. Because let me just say this: if you're an OnlyFans person, and she was an OnlyFans person, and she wasn't making that much money, and for you to turn down $10 million, somebody else is with you on this. Because if you're a broke OnlyFans person, you would take that 10 million and run. So
I'll take $10 right now, and he can rub on whichever cheek he feels necessary. I got two up here and two back here for the $10. $10 no holler. Come holler at me.
You already know. For $10 million, I'd be like, man, what we doing? What we doing here? 10 million, I would have took that in a heartbeat. But it just tells me she had other alternatives, other plans. I'm like, and like I said, there again, she's a young girl, and he knew he was messing with young. He liked the young girls. He told Monique in the interview he likes young girls, but you have to pay to play, and this is what come with it. Now, here's the thing: he was getting ready to sign $100 million contract. Now that's all out the window, all because you want to.
Well, that was a setup. I mean, I mean, back in the day, we Polaroid a dude or two. So
right,
they fake it now. They fake it.
You know what? It's times I tell people I do. Social media is great. Matter of fact, we own social media. It's a great thing. It could be a great thing, but also can be a curse because it has this great light side and it has this dark side, and it can really, really take the sting out of you if you allow it to. If you put yourself in this,
I'm gonna look dead in the camera and tell Shannon, bruh, big man, cutie pie, little chocolate. You need to get on Giselle's OnlyFans page where we will be doing Bible study from Genesis to Revelations. You will find yourself. You may be Boaz and find a roof, but you won't be messing with no little young girls. You dead wrong, you young girls. Because when you first started liking girls, I don't even think she was born, Shannon. You're dead wrong.
Right. She's just too young.
You just dead wrong because you got caught. That's it.
That's what it is. He's mad because he got caught. That's all it is. He just mad because he got caught, and that's what it really is. That's what's really adding up to more than anything. He got caught, and he's like, man, but that's his life, and he's going to deal with that. And I think he'll make a comeback. You just got to let everything pass because everything passes with time. I can go into a couple other people got into trouble too back in the past, and time has passed. And I ain't gonna say that people forgot, but they ain't worried about it no more. So
they ain't even talking about the Katina Powell book no more.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
God to give you grace. Okay.
Right. So that's what
I call it. That's what I call it when people try to talk me into something and telling me how beneficial it's gonna be for me and my family and generational wealth and all that. I call it the Katina Powell book. Try to talk me into writing something, telling something, doing something that benefits you more than it benefit me in the end of the day. And unfortunately, people are fall for it, but I wonder what she was getting more than 10 million.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, that's what they tell. I tell people this all the time, especially in entertainment. They only tell us what we want to know or what they think they know. It's still something going on behind the scenes that we don't know. That's why I always tell people, so don't believe everything you see on social media or whatever. Only believe what you see with your two eyes. So it's always more to it than what's being told. I want to talk about how'd you do? What'd you do, Derby? I mean, and look, did you get the Derby hustle on? Because everybody got the Derby hustle on. Everybody was doing all types of stuff. Hey, I went to a pawn shop to pawn some stuff. It was a guy outside, crackhead. He told me, "Here, man, I got something for you, man. You can run this horse in the Derby." I said, "What was it?" He says, "Horse is secretary. It'll win you Derby tomorrow." Everybody getting their Derby hustle. I was like, "Stop it." I said, "Stop it, man."
My secretary ain't doing my Donald Trump. Hey. I picked the Derby horse, but I was asleep on Derby. I woke up at 7:30 and I asked my husband, I said, "Who won the Derby?" He said Sovereignty. Now, I done picked Sovereignty because I thought about God. Didn't play it, don't gamble, never play the horses or whatever. Right. But my horse won and I'm mad. I didn't play it. Yeah. Derby, I say if you live in Louisville, if you're not making no money at Derby, you need to go out of town. It ain't the weekend ain't for you. That's when one of the largest economy opportunities for the city, and that means from everybody from the street vendor to corporate America. And so I really hate the gangster move that has been done on the people over there, and they can't make no money over there. I remember people buy a house over there because I can get $40 a car parking on my lot. Or I remember people selling waters. These one family I know, they would sell water. They said they sell 5,000 bottled waters over that weekend.
Right, Derby
that they do, and that's what the money they use for their family reunion.
Right.
And so Derby's good, but I mean, even it's knocking out the small businessman. Can't nobody get no money. But I like them hats. I love to see them ladies with them hats. I went to go buy a hat.
The hats. Yeah.
I went to go buy a hat.
Okay.
And I looked at the price. I said, I put it on. It was bam. I was church lady fresh. I was like, this is me. I looked at the price. I said, I can't even afford a hat. I said, for real? The hat costs this much money? Okay. So I'm bald head again. I ain't even got no hat for Derby. We ain't got me a fascinator at Roses for $7.
Right.
Call it a day.
And Derby's Derby, and we being Louisvilles, we all right with Derby. Most of the Derby's for out of towners. The Oaks and Thurby might be for Louisville people, but most out of towners go to Derby. But everybody's always getting their Derby hustle on, so you got to watch it. Everybody's trying to get their Derby hustle on, and like they selling anything, and they'll sell their mama if they could. They get somebody on Derby. So I'm just telling you that everybody's getting their Derby hustle on.
You can't meet no man during Derby in Louisville because they done saved their tax money. All the Louisville men 5'8".
Right.
5'8" dude talking about he's 6 foot, but that's okay. They done saved their money. They got their Derby outfit. You can tell the old school ones because they pressed. They done been to the cleaners, so they got a crease and everything in them. And they say you find these men for Derby, the $25 no holler. They done took $25, went to Goodwill, got a suit, went and got the free haircut, and they, got them smelling good. They at the bar with the 2-for-1 beers, bought one. Now they live with you. Right. That's the new Derby.
Yeah, Derby time. I'm telling you, everybody's getting their hustle on. But like you said, if you ain't making no money Derby time, that's not good for you. It's the best time to do it. I'm gonna put you on the spot here with this one. Okay. I'm gonna put you on the spot here, but it's some people don't know about you, especially being a stand-up comedian. Because a lot of times those stand-up comedians, we just out there just talking about what we've been through, talking about our life and everything on stage, whatever. But some people don't know about you that, because you're just naturally fun anyway. I've told you that anyway, just being who you are and everything. And you like me, I'm a little bit old school, so I ain't into all this it's crazy stuff. I'm in bed by 8:00 before anything come on. So, but
because it's free at home. I didn't already pay.
That's right. Yeah, but some people don't know about you. They don't know about Gazelle. That they will maybe even enlighten them a little bit. They'd be like, "Oh, okay."
I am an ordained minister. A lot of people don't know that.
See, there it is.
Okay. I don't have a big butt. I have no rhythm. I can't dance. I ain't even into eyelashes.
Okay.
But God gave me the gift of gab. Right. So I have to watch what I say because I can make anything sound good, whether it's something good or whether it's something bad. So a lot of people don't know that I rep the Bible super hard, super duper hard. It's so much funny stuff in the Bible, so many stories in the Bible. People watch Empire and BMF and all that. I'm talking about getting 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel.
Right.
If you want some made for TV drama, because David and his clan is off the chain. So a lot of people don't know that about me. I'm a very spiritual person. I'm probably not the most religious person.
Okay.
I go Bedside Baptist. I used to belong to a church. I like church. Okay. I just don't like church people.
That's funny. I kind of feel the same way. They're supposed to be so Christian, but then they sitting there and talking about, hey, you got any weed for sale?
Hey, I was somewhere and they tried to sell me some weed in church. I was like, what? Y'all get some one-stop. Jesus about to come and turn everything over in here. Y'all for real? But what it looked like? No, I didn't.
So the most Christian people, I'm telling you right now, Giselle, some of the most Christian people, they kill. I mean, there are some good ones, but it's the bad ones that get me because they go to church every Sunday, but then they want to come to you all different, like, I'm thinking to myself, you're supposed to be a Christian. You want weed, cocaine, you want to drink all night? Come on now. And not that I'm judging, because God is the only way to judge, but You can't be claiming you're Christian, doing everything under the sun, being a happy side man or whatever. You know, I don't get it.
I know that everybody. I when I realized everybody got answer for their own stuff.
Yeah. I'm
like, look, you need some help. Me telling you some information, maybe you can give God so you can get a pass, because this off the chain right here. Right. Church is the place, and I learned this in the Bible, with David and his people.
Okay.
That when all else fails, you can be nobody everywhere, but at church you're somebody.
That's a good. And
so people who are nobody everywhere else come to church to be somebody over you. And I feel like I'm somebody everywhere I go. So I can keep the building. I'm good.
So you're talking to the owner of the place just gave me some data.
Hey, that's
21st Jump. You want to see what I'm talking to? A comedian. This is the owner here, everybody. He's the one letting my light skin big. This is Bob. Get in here, Bob.
How you doing?
Hey, look, let me turn it. I'm gonna turn it towards it because there he is. There he is.
Howdy.
Yeah, he's
painting all day.
Been painting all day? This is the guy who lets me come here and do my podcast. I finally got him on screen. He's been scared to get on screen. I finally got him on screen just in case he owed me some money. I got him now. I got him now.
His stage is one of my most favorite places to perform in the city. I love the Barrel Room.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm adding a new room. The patio is going to become a tiki bar.
Yeah, I heard that.
Ooh.
Out there starting to paint tonight.
That's what's up. Y'all come out here.
Oh, it's going to be cool.
It's gonna be
Y'all
cool.
Got some of them smoked wings and some of them collard greens and that macaroni and cheese down there. They got the food.
I'm going to have some jerk chicken, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I heard that. Come on out, because he got karaoke tonight, and it's all free tonight. Karaoke at 9:30, and DJ's free. Come on, and they got great food and drinks. I keep telling y'all, come down here. That's one thing. When I mentioned to him, that's a place that got some good food. You're exactly right. Come down here and get some of this good stuff. You see the owner, look at him. He's not no lightweight. You see he's got a little weight on him. I mean, he's been eating good. He's been eating good. Hey, thank you. Okay. That's the owner there. Yeah, so, hey, they got good food and drinks. Y'all come down and enjoy yourself. And you know, Giselle, you've been here before. You performed.
I love it. I'm going to tell you why I like that bar. Because it's a family bar. Not a family bar with kids. I mean, family as far as Black, white, gay, straight, short, tall. Everybody comes and everybody's welcome there. And as a woman going out in the evening or whatever, you know, most of the time our shows are late. I feel safe there.
Right.
So,
it is a great place because the atmosphere is nice. Everybody enjoys themselves. They talk to people. Everybody's nice. It's all different type of cultures. Everybody's just here to enjoy themselves. And that's what's great about this spot. That's why I've always been here. I've been doing my podcast, and that's why I wanted to talk about here, because I'm going to get off this here. Let me unhide this. This is what I want to talk about before we get near closing out here. And I'm glad I got you on this podcast tonight, this platform. And I'm glad you being who you are, as you are. You're just a great spirited person. You make people laugh. But not only that, this is my 5-year anniversary for my podcast. I started in May of 2020. This is the 5-year anniversary. And I've had a lot of people as guests on this podcast. And I thank every last one of them. I can't say all their names right now because I'll be on all night. But I'm thanking every last one of y'all for being part of this podcast, because without you all, there would not be a BHLC podcast. But this is my 5-year anniversary. And I started this podcast in 2020 during the pandemic because I couldn't get on stage. And it was born. It's been born. It's even rebirthed even now. So, and I want to thank all my guests. And I thank you for being a guest tonight, because this is very special to me, being my 5-year anniversary. And I just want to thank everybody that's been part of this, especially 21st Germantown, people that sponsors, people that helped me. I appreciate you, and not only be on this podcast, but supporting my shows, comedy shows, and being part of my comedy shows, whatever it may be. So I just had to get that out, because that's really, really, really close to my heart, being the 5-year anniversary. And I hope people will continue to watch and support my podcast, because I got a lot more things going on. And for the future, I got a lot of big plans going on to take this podcast even to grow even more into a bigger place. But I just had to get that out of the way, because it is really special to me, being a 5-year anniversary. And I'm glad I got you on here. I started in May of 2020. I got you right on here on my 5th-year anniversary. So you're going to be special on this podcast. So that's what's up. Yeah, more than anything. I do. I'm just over.
I'm glad to have 5 on it.
Yeah, and I couldn't, yeah, that's right. You got, and I know I couldn't get on stage, so I said, you know what? Let me start a podcast, and this has been history ever since, and that's truly a blessing through God first, And I'm gonna go back to the spiritual thing to me. A lot of people don't know what they don't know about me is I don't go to church every Sunday, and I feel you on that. I don't go to church. I'm not a church going person, but I tell you this, and I can say this with a big heart and with a loving heart. I love me some God. I'm very spiritual inside myself. I just don't give the tithes and offering at the church. I might do it in the street, but I give it. Okay. So
church got enough money.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. And it's not always about the tithes and offering. I tell people it's about your time, giving your time and effort. It ain't got to be a value of something. It could be something. Hey, you need some help over at Giselle? I got you. I'm gonna come help you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be about money or value. It could be something else. Or like I said earlier, a text or a hug. So I tell people, but that's one thing. I'm very spiritual, and that's why I'm into my self growth, and I love my self growth. And I let me give credit to this too, being that it's Mother's Day tomorrow, and I was gonna go into that next when we talk about Mother's Day here as we close out. If it wasn't for my queen, my mother, I would not be the person I am, and I would not be a spiritual I am, because she was a church secretary at my church here in Louisville, Kentucky, Calvary Baptist Church, and there was times I did not want to go to church. But she made me go. She hit me upside my head. I used to be dark skinned. How you think I got light skin? So many times I turned light skinned. So, but I thank her for that, because now I am the person I am through God first. You know what I'm saying? She was a great, great, great mother. I mean, I couldn't ask for better. I wouldn't even want another mother, because she was very, very good to me. And I thank God every day for it. And I'm thanking her on this podcast, even though God rest her soul, she rest in peace. But my mother knows without her, it would not be me. And I know that. And I thank her for who I am today. And that's why I know Mother's Day, tomorrow, a lot of people get emotional because their mother's not around. And it says in the Bible there, again, I'm a spiritual guy. It says you're supposed to celebrate when somebody passes. It's supposed to be hallelujah. Don't be sad. Celebrate, because they went on to somewhere where we are not at yet. And they good. We still down here dealing with this mess. So I tell people, so I'm good, and I love my mother. I just had to get that out, because without her, there is no me. But I thank her for everything she's took me through. So I know you, mother, too. So I know your kids are loving you. I know they are.
I was born into. I was the fourth, and my son the fifth of 5 living generations at one point.
Okay.
So I got that great grandmother, Mama Lena, rest her soul. She lived to be 107.
Ooh.
She died right in 19, right before COVID, because she would have died over the fact that they changed Derby from May to September. That'd kill her right there. Anyway.
Right.
So, and then my grandmother, Ruth Jackson, she raised me in Dayton, Ohio.
Right.
And she was my Angelou, Michelle Obama. She was my queen. And then my mama, bless my mama heart, I love my mama.
Right.
My mama said, I wanted a baby. She didn't say she wanted to be a parent. She said, I wanted a baby.
Right.
So it's my second Mother's Day without my mother. So I know how people feel. A lot of people say they sad. And I like how you said to celebrate. Yes. I miss my mother the most on a good day. Right. Most people say when something bad, I wish mama was here.
Right.
Me and my mom would have been arguing if it was a bad day. I miss my mom on a good day. Right. Where she would call me when I first started working for economic development. She would call me and say, I seen you on the news by the name. She's like, I'm making everybody, I got it on, I DVR'd it. I'm making everybody watch it, Right. My mom was one of my biggest cheerleaders.
That's what they do.
I was her only child, even though I have brothers and sisters on my dad's side. That's why I needed to have more than one child. I can't get a girl. I can't even buy a girl. I got 3 boys. My first grandchild is a boy.
You're a boy maker.
I'm a king maker. And all 3 of my sons are named after kings.
Right.
And they said they got white names.
Right.
My friend, one of them named David. My friend Lisa said, that ain't hood enough. We calling him Daviante. And this year, Daviante is giving me for Mother's Day, or this whole year. He's graduating this year from Simmons.
Oh, that's great.
College, a music major. I think they said that he's the first percussion major in last 50 years, maybe.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Yeah, so he did that. Now, my youngest, I believe in arranged marriages. So anybody out there, you let the light a certain way and take 2 gummies. He looked like Saja off a different Pearl. Remember the dude Freddie like? He looked like because he got the whole red game going.
Right.
I'm trying to marry him off.
Trying to marry him off.
Yeah, I'm trying to marry him off. I would like somebody in the healthcare field because I'm getting older. So I need, somebody, not a nurse. I need a CNA because I'm gonna need my butt changed. Okay. And then my oldest is married. Him and his wife moved here, and I just love them because they don't bother me. Oh my God.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
But yeah, and then I'm everybody's mama because everybody's supposed to be everybody's mama.
That's right.
That's how I grew up. I'm not scared. It could be 10 thugs on the corner. They like, I ain't bothering them. I'm going down there and say, so y'all here for the choir rehearsal?
Right.
They told me that I was going to be meeting with some young men and y'all were going to be doing this, helping with this community concert. And they be like, and I'm like, yeah, baby, I ain't scared of you. I'm strapped too.
See, every day, this is why I tell everybody, every day to me, not just tomorrow, every day to me is Mother's Day. We shouldn't just say every day to me is Mother's Day. That's why I tell people. So yeah, tomorrow's Mother's Day, but every day is Mother's Day. And like I said, my mother's gone, but her spirit is all in me. It's all running through me every day, and I'm good. Yeah, the body's gone, but her spirit and soul's always in me, so I'm good. Then I got my mother-in-law, who my father was married to. I love her to death. I love her to death, and I'm wishing I had Mother's Day because she's been like that other mother that's not her as far as body wise than when my mother's gone. So I love her to death. I just tell people all the time, you have to embrace the people while they're here and enjoy them, whether it's laughter or whatever it may be, because we don't know. All of us has got to go at one time or another. We all got to go. So you must just enjoy each other's company. Why are we out here doing all this madness when all we need to do is spread the love and enjoy each other? And like I said, we all want to celebrate just on Mother's Day for our queens. No. Celebrate them every day. Every day's Mother's Day. And it always has been to me. So, because I always say this, I tell people, especially men, we have to understand this. We come from a woman queen. So you got to make sure you treat
No, we technically come from y'all.
Well, I know what you said for the help of us, but y'all go through the hard work of having us. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go through the hard work, but we come from y'all. So that's why I always treat women and queens, to the utmost, because that's where I was raised through my mother, so, and you have to understand that now more than anything. So, but I just know Mother's Day, it's a special day, but every day is Mother's Day. And I tell people that. So
we can't honor all mothers.
No, we can't. Yeah, there are some bad mothers out there. That's what I was getting ready to say. There's some bad ones out there. So
I'd like to look from the motherboard of Bedside Baptist Missionary Baptist Church. I would just like to say to all of the mothers for tomorrow, it has come down from heaven above. No pajama pants, no bonnets.
Right. Oh my God.
I need all 10 fingernails glued on tomorrow. I need your eyelashes to be up and not look like they about to fly off. Tomorrow we are going to set a new standard for Mother's Day. We're gonna get dressed completely.
It's a completely.
We're gonna finish that hair tonight, or braid the outside and put it up in a ponytail, and it don't matter. We gonna look decent. What happened to looking decent?
Yep.
We bringing back decency for Mother's Day this year.
Well, let's do that, because I know it says, I know that even the pastor says, "Come as you are, we'll accept you."
We don't mean that.
Some of y'all taking that too far.
I tell them, put a choir robe on them. See if they wear that next Sunday.
Right. I get that. I've had so much fun here. I'm telling you now, you've just lit up this podcast on my 5-year anniversary. And that's why I had to have you on here. And I love everything you're doing. But before I get you off here, you've got to tell everybody on this platform what you're doing, how to get in contact with you, not your phone number, but your platform.
I give that phone number if they willing to pay it.
Right. Just, so yeah, how they can get in contact with you, because, there are people out there might need you as a stand-up comedian, might need you as whatever other hats you're wearing. Put it on this platform, because that's what it's for.
Okay. Well, my real government is well, I give you my nickname, government.
You're right.
But PG Talbot is what most people know me as, a small business development strategist.
Okay.
So I do business advising, business coaching, business strategizing. I also help people maneuver Metro.
Okay.
Be able to find the proper resources without having to go to 50 things to find the one thing you want.
Right.
I support small business owners, not necessarily businesses, but business owners, from
Right.
everything from professional, personal development to
Mhm.
financial literacy,
Mhm.
and everything in the middle of that.
Right.
I'm also president of a nonprofit ACT, Alliance for Community Transformation. And that's something new I've been working on. Haven't really gone really forward on that as much because I'm trying to find somebody to partner up with, somebody
Okay.
who's already got something.
Right.
So you can find me on social media at Talbot Services, 2 T's, TALBOTT, services with an S.
Mhm.
And I also write grants.
Okay.
And find grants, write grants, administer grants. I think
Mhm.
I probably was over 25 million of your tax dollars in grants
Wow.
when I worked for
Mm.
Metro. So
Right.
let me tell you, no, I got the hookup lady.
Right.
I don't do a lot, but I know everybody who does everything, and that's kind of my thing. I'm a
Right.
connector and a convener,
Mhm.
and a great collaborator.
Oh,
So anytime anybody wants to collaborate on something or want to know, hey, I want to know do you know who this person is? How do I meet that person? I do those type of things. And I appreciate you
yeah.
because you have always been not just a wonderful comedian, but you have also been a great promoter. You have given a lot of us a platform, and you ain't creepy because your wife don't play. I done met your wife.
Yeah, yeah. She don't play.
Off
Right.
top. She don't play.
Right. Right.
So, but
Yep.
thank you for giving somebody like me an opportunity. I haven't been on stage in a while, thinking about going back. But when I open my mouth and I speak for the mayor, it's kind of hard to speak for myself too.
I get that.
So now that I don't have to talk for old Craigie no more,
Right.
and I'll be on the stage somewhere near you soon.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I want to do another all-female comedian show. I don't know when, but when I do, you definitely gonna be part of it.
I want Westy and Pookie on that show.
You
I
do
want
you?
Westy on that show. I
Right.
want, what's her one name? Oh, she gonna kill me. I can't think of
because
her
that was a
name.
great show. I mean, everybody did outstanding on that show here. All you queens were outstanding, and everybody loved you. I even had, it's no lie, because I had it around a month. I think it was around a month of February doing the Valentine's Day or something around there. The year later, the 1 year anniversary of it, it was people asking me, "Are you going to do that again?" They wanted to see it again, so I have to do it here again. Eventually, I will. Talking to Bob, I'm gonna get with Bob, the owner.
Oh, and I forgot to plug the most important. Oh my God, June 28th.
Okay.
One West is having. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year,
Okay.
and so on June 28th. On the 8th, along the 18th Street corridor between Ali and Broadway. They're going to be having a walking tour, community event, everything free, the bouncy houses, all that. But the main thing is over in the Republic Bank Y between 1 and 3 p.m., Westy and Pookie is going to host a comedy exhibition.
Wow.
So I'm looking for some comedians that want to come and showcase their talent. I'm telling y'all now, ain't no budget. So all I can do is put your name in lights.
Ain't no budget.
Ain't no budget. Not this
so what is
time.
it? I mean, so what is this? I mean, it sounds very, very great. I like
One West is doing big things in their development down in West Louisville. And so on that Friday, the 27th, they revitalized the property at 526 South 18th Street. So it's on the corner of 18th and Madison. So they'll be having a tour with some dignitaries and stuff on that Friday. And then on that Saturday, it's like a potluck, baby. Everybody who's got a business or organization over there in that area, let's get together and have some fun for the community, for our young people, maybe showcase some of. I would love to, we probably won't be able to do it this year, but I would love to do a kids comedy show. And I would, if you do that, I would volunteer and support you every step of the way because it's some funny kids out here.
Oh, it is. They're hilarious.
And people come out to see the kids.
Yeah. Yes.
People will come out to see the kids. So please support activities that are happening all around Louisville, but especially in the west end of Louisville. There are a lot of unsung heroes that don't have a budget, don't have a seat at the table, but they are God ordained, and they are doing good work.
Right.
So if you have an opportunity to collaborate with somebody who's trying to do something, don't just talk about them and be like they ghetto, they don't know what they're doing. Show up and help, because it takes all of us to get it done. It takes all of us.
It does. You're exactly right. It takes all of us. It takes everybody to come together to make something happen that where everybody can be refreshed from it. Not only just us adults, also our kids. And that's when it's all love. And that's what you want. You want a great love atmosphere. And that's great that West End Pookie's hosting it and being a comedian. I'm sure there's going to be some other comedians too coming through and doing their thing.
I don't think we asked nobody yet.
I haven't answered. Did you say, hold on? I want to make sure I heard you right. You said there was no budget. Did you say there was a budget or there is no budget?
It was no budget. You know how that is.
There's no budget. Oh, shoot. I might get in on this. Hold on. No budget.
I'm like, but everybody wants to get paid, and I understand that because, hey, LG&E don't care nothing about how good and nice you are.
Right.
But sometimes if it's a community event, just everybody got to put in their talent or their little thing. In order to make it a big event. And that's the one thing that I wish that the West End of Louisville would do more is collaborate.
Yep, they do. They need to collaborate. And not only, I'm going to say this while I got you on here, not only just collaborate, and I agree 100% they should collaborate, but they also should be collaborating with other communities here in Louisville, whether it's out Newburgh or I'm just throwing some names up, wherever it's at. You need to collaborate and then come together, because then we come together as a city. It shouldn't just be one community only. It just shouldn't be this area only. So, but sometimes we just so worried about our own community.
And we got to come back and pour back in. We can't get degrees and good jobs and move and only come back to buy food stamps and to go to the dirt bowl.
That's right.
We gotta be committed. And everybody can't help everybody, but if everybody got one person.
Yeah, because it's about helping each other. And that way we can curtail some of the violence that's happening in Louisville and in all the communities. Not just where the violence is everywhere now. And
you ain't safe nowhere.
It's everywhere. So we just need to curtail all that so we can make it better for everybody that's in this city. So we don't have to worry about that as much. So, but with
as long as me and you get up and we focused and dedicated, God know he got at least two people he can call on to feed somebody, help somebody, do
That's
something.
Right. That's right.
So he said he'll save it if it's just one. If it's just one, will you save it? So he got two here in Louisville. So I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. I tell you, you has really made this podcast great on my 5th year anniversary. I'm glad to have you, and I'm glad to have that smile. And I'm gonna say this from my heart: enjoy your Mother's Day tomorrow. You're a mother every day, so not just tomorrow. Enjoy it every day, because you're a mother every day. Enjoy it with your kids. Keep doing what you're doing in that community, because you will be blessed abundantly. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep rising for who you are, because it's just your spirit. From day one when I met you, I loved your spirit and your smile, and that goes together. S&S, spirit and smile. And this is the main thing I say on my podcast more than anything. I go with LSI, which that's what you do, which is learn, share, and inspire. That's what LSI means. Learn, inspire. That's what my podcast is about. So, and you do that. So just keep doing what you're doing for the community. Keep doing that. Keep showing that love with your family and blessings abundantly. So I really enjoyed having you this evening. Keep doing it. And I'm going to replay this podcast. And I'm going to let you know. I'll chat message you. Let you know when it's going to be replayed again on YouTube as well as on my page. So, but keep doing what you're doing. And I ain't got no love for you. And if it's anything you want me to support for us, flyers or whatever, just chat message me and I'll put it on my page. So that's what I'm about. So that's just who I am.
Don't worry. Spoil your wife.
Oh yeah, I got to spoil her. So I'm telling you, because I do not want to come up missing on Mother's Day. That would be messed up.
Because I'm gonna be busy enjoying my day. I'm not gonna look for you. No, right. But thank you. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and keep making everybody's life better by making them laugh.
Yeah, that's what's about. Laughter is the best thing for the soul. You enjoy the rest of your evening. Much love to you and your king and your kids. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your life. And happy Mother's Day to you.
All right. Bye, people.
I'll see you. Take care. Much love. Well, But that was the BHLC podcast with my guest, Giselle. She was outstanding. I love her. She just always makes me laugh. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself watching this podcast. And if you did enjoy yourself, please share it and tell somebody else. Make sure you subscribe to my podcast, BHLC Podcast on YouTube. BHLC Podcast, how it's spelled on YouTube, which stands for Big Head Light Skin Comedian. Also, like I said earlier, I'm going to be at the Louisville Comedy Club here in Louisville, Kentucky on May 21st at 7 o'clock, so come see me. And like I said also earlier, go check out Nicole Scott Incorporated. Check out the things she's doing and the events she's got going on. And definitely check out my dentist, Dr. Kane, the Smile Center, 74th Avenue, Grange Road here in Louisville, Kentucky. And definitely come out tonight to 21st Germantown and support what they're doing here as well. They got, like I said, some karaoke going on and some DJ in the back. If you think you can sing, karaoke will make you look like you are Michael Jackson. So come out and support. It's free. Come out and get some of this great food and drinks. And I try to, like I said, I always end with something that's inspirational more than anything. I tell people, at the end of the day, it's about who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Just be who you are. And that will carry you through a lot of things in life. You can't be what this person is and what that person is. Be who you are and smile and enjoy your life, and things will be great for you. I'm the Big Head Light Skin Comedian, BHLC Podcast. Check me out again, second Saturday in June, which is right around my birthday month. Next month is my birthday month. I should have a great guest, and I appreciate y'all watching tonight, and just enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for all the support and love, and much love to 21st Germantown for supporting me with this podcast, especially on my 5-year anniversary. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.